this one is one I am sure that most of you that are watching this are, probably in the know. You guys are probably aware of some of the stories we're going to talk about. The topics, obviously, my content tends to lean to the right, very, favorably to the right. Even though I do always try to have receipts, I try to back everything up. And I always make my sources available. So anytime you see me pull up an article, statistics, a video, anything like that, I always put a link to whatever I'm using down in the show notes below. So you can fact check me and you can hold me accountable, make sure I'm not doing anything out of sorts or taking stuff out of context or anything like that. That's better than mainstream media. I don't know what to tell you. So I tried my very best to do that for you guys. So you can check that out and hold me accountable. But even though I do lean to the right, I try to, like I said, have my receipts and the facts and, try to come with it as best I can. So we're going to roll into the first one. This comes from The Hill. Trump huddles with Tulsi Gabbard ahead of debate with Harris. And you guys remember Tulsi Gabbard, right? One super hot fox from Hawaii that ran for president for the Democrats. But since then, she has been significantly more highlighted, spotlighted, revered or whatnot by the right. We've kind of adopted her as one of our own. Yes, beautiful woman. She's been in the military and served this country. She's been a senator or congresswoman and done a fantastic job there. She ran a great campaign in the Democrat Party. And she's the reason that Kamala, she got knocked out of the race. If you don't remember that one, let me remind you about how that went.
California, and I'm proud of that work.
I want to bring in Congresswoman Gabbard. Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. That would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize, but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbard back in. Your response.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
Yeah, so you guys remember that, right? Good looking woman. All right. This is Trump huddles with Tulsi Gabbard ahead of debate with Harris. There she is again. I heard somebody say that they didn't care for the gray streak or whatever. It reminds me of, what was that X-Men character? Was it Rogue? I think it was Rogue. Kind of dug it back then too. Former President Trump has met with former Democrat Republican or Representative Tulsi Gabbard in recent days, huddling with the one-time presidential candidate who shared a debate stage with Vice President Harris in 2019. A Trump campaign spokesperson confirmed the former president has spoken with Gabbard, though they dismissed the idea Trump was engaging in traditional debate preparations ahead of his September 10th showdown with Harris. President Trump has proven to be one of the best debaters in political history, as evidenced by his knockout blow to Joe Biden. I mean, anybody could, my 11-year-old could have done that. a knockout blow to Joe Biden. I mean, it wasn't hard, right? I mean, the dude's like Walking Dead. I mean, Trump's good. I'm not trying to take anything away from Trump. Don't get me wrong. But it didn't take much to take out Joe Biden. Just saying. But anyways, Trump campaign spokesperson Caroline Leavitt said in a statement he does not need traditional debate prep, but will continue to meet with respected policy advisors and effective communicators like Tulsi Gabbard, who successfully dominated Kamala Harris on the debate stage. And yeah, I mean, she killed it. You guys saw that one. And Kamala never recovered from that. You know, she dropped out of the race. She was polling lower than anybody. And now as VP, she's, I mean, the worst polled, you know, liked, respected VP like of all time. But yet now, again, I'm not going to go into the DNC. I'm not going to do it. But if you watch it, man, they are praising her like she is the second coming, which I will say to a degree she is. She is the second coming of Barack Obama, or at least that's what they're trying to do with her. She's not as much of a smooth talker as Barack. She's not as sharp as Barack, but a lot of in fact, the artwork that was done, if I can find that and grab it in time, I will throw it up here. But there is some artwork that came out of her that was done by the same artist that did Barack Obama's, I want to say it was the Hope image that they did of him. And they're pushing joy as her slogan. So a lot of the same Obama people are pushing and working with her to kind of, you know, make it appear like she's the second coming of Obama. Here's the thing. Since Obama has been president, a lot of people have woken up. Not gotten woke, but woken up. A lot of black people specifically love the idea of having a black president in President Obama. In retrospect, they look back and say, you know what? He actually didn't do anything for us like he said he would. He didn't do anything for us like we thought he would. I don't care anything for the guy. And since then, we've also seen he has a little bit of a history dealing with some shady stuff. So he's not the squeaky clean person that we thought he was, or not we, but some folks thought he was when he was in office. So this may not be the best angle to go, you know, to try to paint Kamala Harris like Obama. It's definitely not good to try to link her to anything that Biden's done, but they'll get up there and suck at the teat of Biden saying he's the greatest of all time. He is the GOAT. The GOAT. The GOAT. He's not. I mean, he's done nothing. But they are up there just circle jerking away, celebrating the life, the service, the presidency of Joe Biden, who at this moment I think is on his like 200th vacation since being president. I think that's a pretty accurate number. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to harp on this story. They got Tulsi Gabbard in the mix, and you know, kind of like round two, Tulsi and Kamala, right? But you know what? Good for Trump. Trump's going to get this one debate, probably the one and only debate, actually. I would be willing to bet this will be the only one, and he's got to come out swinging hard. He's got to knock her out, figuratively, of course, not literally. Democrats, there's a figuratively is a type of speech. You know, it's not always exactly what we say. Try telling that to the Democrats, but he's got to come out swinging. He's got to knock her out. He's got to knock her down and show him his boss. This may be his only opportunity to do that face to face with her. And of course, she's going to talk about feelings. He's going to talk about facts. He's going to stand on his politics and his platform, and she's going to stand on Trump bad, which again has pretty much been the DNC this whole week.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.